everybody! It's We're Back Wednesday. That's right. My dear friend Sparky and I took a little bit of a hiatus, a little bit of a vacation. And as you will notice, Sparky is now sporting his very own pair of overalls. And I think Sparky looks rather dashing, don't you think? I think the two of us match very nicely. So Sparky and I are back, and we missed you guys so much, but we're really excited to be back, aren't we, Sparky? Oh yeah, Sparky's so excited. He has been asking and asking and asking when we could get back in front of the camera. So he is so excited to get started. Shall we get started, Spark? Yes, we have so much lined up for you today, don't we, Sparky? That's right. So let's get started with a reading from Shel Silverstein. Okay, so this is from Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein, and it's called Pancake. I won't show you the picture until afterwards. Sometimes I like to show you the pictures ahead of time, don't I, Sparky? And then I like to show you the pictures sometimes afterwards. And you'll understand when you hear this one and then see the picture, it'll all make sense. Pancake by Shel Silverstein from Where the Sidewalk Ends. Who wants a pancake sweet and piping hot? Good little Grace looks up and says, I'll take the one on the top. Who else wants a pancake fresh off the griddle? Terrible Teresa smiles and says, I'll take the one in the middle. Look at that stack of pancakes, you guys. Oh, Terrible Teresa. Of course, going for the one in the middle, right? Well, let's get started and say hello, shall we? Because we're back, and we're so excited. All right, let's get started. You ready, Spark? Here we go. Let's say hello. Hello, how are you? Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, hello. How are you? I'm just fine today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm glad to see you here today. I'm so glad to see you. Well, I am so excited to see you. I just want to jump up and down. So let's jump up and down, shall we? Today we're going to do songs that are all about moving around. So let's get started. Sit where you are and bop up and down, or stand where you are and bop up and down, and sit where you are and bop up and down. I'm so glad to see you. You know what, Sparky? I'm so excited today. Let's skip. Let's skip around the room, everybody. Skip, skip, skip around the room, and skip, skip, skip. Don't be full of gloom. Skip, skip, skip around the room. I'm so glad to see you. Well, and what do you say? Let's flap our bird wings. That's right. Can you make little bird wings like this and flap around the room? Here we go. Flap, flap, flap around the room, and flap, flap, flap around the room, and flap, flap, flap around the room. I'm so glad to see you. Okay, we haven't done it for 2 weeks because we've been gone. Let's make some funny faces, Sparky. You ready? And go the great fate as funny as you can. Think of me, funny as you can. I'm so glad to see you. Excellent, everybody. Let's wave hello and get the day started. Hello, how are you? Oh, hello. How are you? Oh, hello. How are you? I'm just fine today. I am so excited to see you guys. I have missed you guys so much, and I know Sparky has too. In fact, every night Sparky's like, when can we go back and see our friends? So I'm so glad that we are back. Now, let's get started with a great story. It is called Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon. And this comes to me from my good friends Dena and Jayce and Delilah, and they have lent me a whole bunch of books from their library, and I'm so excited to mix those in with the books that I've been given from my other dear friends Lillian and Gabriella and their mama Rosanna. So I'm so excited to have an extension to my library. Thank you so much, you guys. It means a lot to me that you guys are sharing your libraries with me. And this is called Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon, and this has got illustrations by David Catrow And it was written by Patty Lovell. That's right, it's called Stand Tall, Mary Lou Melon, written by Patty Lovell with illustrations by David Catrow. And look at those illustrations, aren't they great? I just love these pictures. I love little Molly Lou Melon. Isn't she cute? And again, this is a big thank you to my friends Dena and Delilah and Jayce. Stand tall, Molly Lou Melon. Look at those little shoes. Aren't those shoes cute? Written by Patty Lovell with illustrations by David Catrow. And this is dedicated to my brother, J. Christopher Lovell. Merry Christmas, 1976. And always to my mother, Sandra. And for Emily Ann, the biggest little girl in the neighborhood. So there they are, those little teeny feet. I love that. Molly Lou Melon stood just taller than her dog and was the shortest girl in the first grade. She didn't mind. Her grandma told her, "Walk as proudly as you can, and the world will look up to you." Look, there's little Molly Lou Melon. Isn't she cute? Look, she even needs a ladder to get into bed, you guys. She's that tiny. And so she did. Can you see her there on the banister? Look at her. Look what she's doing. What a beautiful house, huh? Molly Lou Melon had buck teeth that stuck out so far she could stack pennies on them. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Smile big and the world will smile right alongside you." I wonder what it's like to have buck teeth that stick out so far you could stack pennies on them. Ah, and so she did. Well, there you go. Look at those teeth. They are some pretty big teeth. But she also has some pretty big blue eyes too, doesn't she? And lots of cute freckles. Mary Lou Melon had a voice that sounded like a bullfrog being squeezed by a boa constrictor. But she didn't mind, because her grandma had told her, "Sing out clear and strong, and the world will cry tears of joy." Look at that bullfrog. He looks like he's a little put out there, huh? And so she did. Good for her. Molly Lou Melon was often fumble-fingered. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Believe in yourself and the world will believe in you too." Well, it does look like she's trying to do something very, 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 very hard. She's got all of those, see those? All of those plates and pans. And she did have a little accident. Being a little fumble-fingered myself, I understand. And so she did. Look at that. I like how her little friend is just like, wow. Then Molly Lou Melon moved to a new town. She had to say goodbye to her grandma and all of her friends. Aww. Her friends look very sad, don't you think? I'm sure Molly Lou Melon is very sad too. And start a new school. Look. That looks a little scary, doesn't it? She's getting onto the bus for the first time to go to a new school. On the first day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Shrimpo in gym class. And when games started, Molly Lou Melon caught the football, ran under the legs of Ronald Durkin, and scored a touchdown. All the children thought, "Wow, she's good." And Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. Ronald Durkin is certainly a big boy, isn't he? On the second day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Bucky-Tooth Beaver. And Molly Lou Melon took out her pennies, stacked 10 high on her teeth, and smiled as big as day. All the children smiled with glee, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. On the third day of school, Ronald Durkin said, "You sound like a sick duck. Honk, honk." So Molly Lou Melon sang out, Quack! So clear and strong that it made Ronald Durkin somersault backwards, hit his head, and have to go to the nurse. All the children cried with joy to be free of Ronald Durkin for the rest of the afternoon, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. On the fourth day of school, Ronald Durkin said that she'd made the snowflake all wrong, but Molly Lou Melon opened up her paper and revealed the most beautiful snowflake of all. And all the children oohed and awed, even Ronald. That is a magnificent snowflake, isn't it? On the fifth day of school, Ronald Durkin brought Molly Lou Melon a stacking penny for her tooth and smiled at her. That night, Molly Lou Melon took out a pencil and paper and wrote a letter to her grandma. Dear Grandma, I wanted to tell you that everything you told me was exactly right. Love, Molly Lou Melon. And if you see little Grandma, take a peek. She's also tiny, isn't she? So she was able to give Molly Lou Melon some very good advice because she probably knew herself all those different things. And there on the back is Molly Lou Melon's dog. So that is Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon, with illustrations by David Catrow and written by Patty Lovell. Isn't that great? Thank you to Dena and, I love this. I just love this. Thank you to Dena and family because I love, love, love it. Jayce, thank you. Delilah, thank you. Sparky, shall we sing a song? Well, Sparky says we should sing a song that gets us moving. So let's do a song called I'm in the Mood. And it goes like this. Well, I'm in the mood for singing. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for singing. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for singing. Sing the whole day through. Oh, hey, now what do you say? I'm in the mood for that today. Hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood for that. Well, let's dance, shall we? I'm ready for some dancing. Let's dance. I'm in the mood for dancing. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for dancing. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for dancing. Dance the whole day through. Oh, hey, now what do you say? I'm in the mood for that today. Hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood for that. What do you say we clap? Go ahead, clap those hands. Here we go. I'm in the mood for clapping. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for clapping. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for clapping. Clap the whole day through. Oh, hey, now what do you say? I'm in the mood for that today. Hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood for that. Okay, let's stomp. I want to stomp. You want to stomp, Sparky? Here we go. Let's stomp. I'm in the mood for stomping. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for stomping. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for stomping. Stomp the whole day through. Oh, hey, now what do you say? I'm in the mood for that today. Hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood for that. Okay, one more. Let's jump. Jump really high. Here we go. I'm in the mood for jumping. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for jumping. Hey, how about you? I'm in the mood for jumping. Jump the whole day through. Oh, hey, now what do you say? I'm in the mood for that today. Hey, what do you say? I'm in the mood. You're in the mood. We're in the mood for that. There you go. Did that wake you up? I don't know about you, but I'm always in the mood for moving around. Just makes me feel so much better. How about you, Spark? Does it make you feel better? Oh, I think so, especially in those overalls. Do you guys like You like his overalls? If you like Sparky's overalls, make sure you give him a little bit of love. He loves to know that you guys like what he's wearing. All right, Spark, are you ready for our next story? This is also about somebody who has found their own personal inner strength and decided to shine. It is called Fiona Flamingo. Now, Fiona's going to have a little bit of a hard time finding her inner strength, but I think that you'll like this story. This is written by Rachael Urrutia Chu with illustrations by Kate Jeffery. Fiona Flamingo. She doesn't look like your normal flamingo, does she? She looks pretty spectacular there. And again, this is another book from my friends Dena and Delilah and Jayce. Fiona Flamingo, written by Rachael Urrutia Chu with illustrations by Kate Jeffery. Look at that beautiful, beautiful forest. Oh, and look at that. There's a little flamingo. Whoop, where'd he go? There he is. Little flamingo sitting on a lily pad. Fiona Flamingo, written by Rachael Urrutia Chu with illustrations by Kate Jeffery. On a beautiful sunny afternoon, where life was simply the best, a little flamingo named Fiona hatched from her egg in a nest. Well, look, there she is. And look at her mama. Oh, looks like she's got some brothers and sisters, too. Little Fiona grew up, making lots of friends. They played flamingo games from day's start to day's end. That game looks like they might be chasing butterflies. As the time passed, the birds all became stronger. They also got pinker, and their feathers grew longer. They're very pretty and pink, aren't they? They turned pinker and pinker with each feather they grew. They got bigger and bigger until some of them flew. You know, that's funny. I didn't even realize that flamingos could fly, but I guess they can. Fiona remained featherless until it happened one night. She woke up with feathers, but they were pure white. The other flamingos gasped and stared at her in shock. They couldn't believe what they were seeing and wildly began to squawk. I guess it would be a little strange if you were used to everybody being pink. Her friends looked at the white feathers, not knowing what to think. You're not the right color. Flamingos are supposed to be pink. I think everybody's confused. I don't think they meant to hurt her feelings, but I think everybody's just confused. With everyone shouting, Fiona began to get scared. She looked at her feathers, and then she looked at theirs. Oh, poor Fiona. You don't have to be so loud, and please don't make a scene. And that's when Fiona started shaking, and her feathers turned green. Oh my goodness. What do you think is happening? When her friends saw the change, they squawked louder and meaner. Fiona got more anxious and her feathers grew greener. Oh dear. The more worried and embarrassed she becomes, the greener she becomes. Her friends looked at the green feathers, not knowing what to think. Stop being so silly, Fiona. Flamingos are supposed to be pink. Again, I don't think they mean to hurt her feelings. I think they're just confused too. Oh no, said Fiona, this is worse than just bad. But her friends kept on squawking, and then Fiona got mad. You can see Fiona's looking very upset there. You're making me angry, she jumped and furiously said. That's when Fiona started yelling and her feathers turned to red. Oh my goodness. I guess she's a little angry. The flock became silent, hoping things would get better, but Fiona got madder and her feathers just grew redder. Her friends looked at the red feathers, not knowing what to think. Don't you think you should calm down now? Flamingos are supposed to be pink. There's that word again, supposed to be. They all rushed to hug her, and now Fiona felt bad. Her anger was fading, but now she felt sad. Sometimes it's possible to go through a lot of emotions in a very quick period of time. She whimpered and cried, I'm all mixed up in hue. And that's when Fiona started sobbing and her feathers turned to blue. Oh, I know that feeling. Sometimes you go from being very angry to being very sad or embarrassed very easily. The flock watched from afar, and their concerns grew truer, but Fiona just got sadder and her feathers grew bluer. Oh, poor Fiona. Her friends looked at the blue feathers, not knowing what to think. Just what kind of bird are you? Flamingos are supposed to be pink. Oh boy, this is confusing for everybody. No one could cheer her up, so instead they stayed away. And that's when Fiona got lonely and her feathers turned gray. Sometimes it's really hard for our friends to know how to make us feel better, isn't it? A young chick floated up with a gaze so pure and true. I hope my feathers change colors when I'm as big as you. Fiona flashed a happy smile, and her feathers erupted in color. It was a surprise to everyone. No feather was like any other. Look, Fiona turned into a rainbow. Pink, white, and green, red, blue, and gray. She was every single color now, and that's the way she'd stay. The entire flock gathered round, and Fiona gave a wink. I guess I've learned a lesson here. Flamingos don't have to be pink. So there you go. Fiona claimed her inner beauty and shared it with everybody else. And that's what made her special. And there's the beautiful forest again, where Fiona Flamingo sprouted her rainbow feathers. So that's Fiona Flamingo by Rachael Urrutia Chu with illustrations by Kate Jeffery. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some more dancing. Are you, Sparky? Shall we show them how to do this dance? Okay, so this is called Knees Up Mother Brown. And when you do knees up, Mother Brown, you want to get your knees going. So when it says, knees up, Mother Brown, knees up, Mother Brown, knees up, never let the breeze up, knees up, Mother Brown, you want to get your knees up, just like Sparky just did. And there's going to be some other things. You know, you're going to be clapping your hands, you're going to be twirling round and round. Whatever the song tells you to do, go ahead and do it. But the chorus is always going to be, knees up, Mother Brown, knees up, Mother Brown, knees up, never let the breeze up, knees up, Mother Brown. And if you can't be standing to do so, you can do so in your chair. Don't worry. You don't have to stand to do this. All right, are you ready, Sparky? I can tell you're really excited about this. All right, we're going to do knees up, Mother Brown. There came a girl from France who didn't know how to dance. The only thing that she could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, hopping on one foot, hopping on one foot. Oh, hopping, hopping, never, never stopping. Hopping on one foot. Oh, prancing up and down, prancing up and down. Prancing, prancing, never, never dancing, prancing up and down. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, whirling round and round, whirling round and round. Whirling, whirling, never, never twirling, whirling round and round. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, clapping with our hands, clapping with our hands. Clapping, clapping, just like a banding. Clapping and hands. So, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. One more time. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, I hope you got those knees up. I wish I could have gotten my knees up, but I think if I had done, I would have hit myself with the guitar, which would not be a good thing. Well, we're ready for our last story. And this is just a short little one from A.A. Milne's Now We Are Six, with decorations by Ernest H. Shepard. And this is called A Thought. And I always love to show you the pictures here first because they're so tiny and they're so cute. And this is called A Thought. This is from Now We Are Six by A.A. Milne, with decorations by Ernest H. Shepard. A thought. If I were John and John were me, then he'd be 6 and I'd be 3. If John was me and I were John, I shouldn't have these trousers on. And that is the story of John and Christopher Robin, called A Thought. And that is from A.A. Milne's Now We Are Six, with decorations by Ernest H. Shepard. There we go. Well, guys, if you can believe it, it's the end of story time already, but Sparky and I are back for good now, and we will be here with our regular schedule, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:30. And until then, you can always check out our website, www.sophie-world.com, because we have all of our old story times, and we also have those on Facebook as well, so make sure you check those out. But we'll be back on Friday. In the meantime, let's say goodbye, shall we? Oh, goodbye, Bella. Goodbye, James. Goodbye, Delilah. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Jayce. Goodbye, Maya. Goodbye, Isabella. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Gabriella. Goodbye, Lillian. Goodbye, Madeline. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Charlotte. Goodbye, Jalen. Goodbye, Ollie. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Danny. Goodbye, Helen. Goodbye, Allie. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, Lily. Goodbye, Shelby. Goodbye, Francie. I'll see you all next time. And one last special thing that I didn't get a chance to do because we went on hiatus or vacation before Maya's birthday, and I wanted to sing happy birthday to Maya. So will you guys help me? Sparky, will you help me? We're going to sing happy birthday to Maya. So Sparky, come on over here and let's have you play the guitar for Maya. There we go. I have to put Sparky in his pocket so he can help out. And we're going to sing happy birthday to Maya. I don't know if Maya likes cha-cha-chas or not, but let's give it a high. Let's give it a cha-cha-cha hi-ya after we do a regular happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Maya. Happy birthday to you. And let's do it with cha-cha-chas, shall we, Spark? Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday, dear Maya. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Hi-ya. Pepperoni pizza. Well, happy birthday, Maya. I'm sorry that it's not on your birthday, but we do wish you, Sparky and I, a belated birthday. Everybody, it's time for a hug if you want one. So take one hand and put it on your shoulder. Take the other hand, put it on your other shoulder, and squeeze. And that's a big hug from me and Sparky to you. And if you want a high three or a high five, here we go. Right now, Sparky's going to give you a high three, and I'm going to give you a high five. And we're going to wave goodbye, but we'll be back on Friday. Say bye, Sparky, and we will see you guys soon. Bye, everybody. See you on Friday.